everybody. Welcome to CRU. CRU is a caring community passionate about connecting people to Jesus Christ.
And we do that through prayer meeting Zoom calls, discipleship Zoom calls, Bible study Zoom calls, and the weekly meeting Zoom call, which you're at right now. My name is Caleb.
And I'm Andrea.
And we're your MCs.
So, sadly, tonight is our last CRU meeting of the semester. And with that, we have lots of people that we would like to thank.
So, first of all, we'd like to thank Troy for coming in and helping with the live stream. It's been a huge help to us in this whole crazy mess.
We would also love to thank all of our speakers who have done a great job providing messages over Zoom.
We'd like to thank all of the CRU staff this year for providing support and structure and just being there for everything we need.
A big shout out to Marissa for our virtual worship and the worship team for doing a great job all semester, along with Erik, who led our first semester worship sets.
We also want to thank Rachel, who led us into battle every week with the weekly meeting team. We couldn't have done this without you.
And lastly, we would like to thank all of you for tuning in to CRU every week. We miss seeing your smiling faces, but we are glad you're here. And CRU would not be possible without viewers like you. Thank you.
So yeah, this is like the last meeting. So this is where we get to reflect and sign off as MCs. So I just want to say it's been a really great year. This was such a fun opportunity. I really enjoyed just seeing all your faces every week and helping bring this thing to life. It was a really great experience for me. And if I made you guys smile at all, that just makes me feel even better about it. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm super sad that this is the last night as a senior, graduating, leaving the movement. But thank you guys so much for listening to us talk every week and welcoming you to CRU. It's been such a good opportunity. Thank you for personally letting me use Thursday nights as my runway fashion show. Really enjoyed that. And also, big thank you, Caleb. Great co-MC. I was gonna present you with an award that said #1 MC right after me, but you're not here. So just know I'm giving that to you from the bottom of my heart.
I'll just have to make a little drawing of the award. I can put it in my room.
Perfect.
So tonight is going to be a really big meeting. It's the last one of the year, and we've got a lot going on tonight. And a lot of that's going to be taking place after the speaker tonight. So be sure not to turn off the live stream once the speaker's done. There's still going to be a lot of stuff coming up after that, so you don't want to miss it.
Yeah, we hope you guys really, really enjoy this last meeting. Right now, we are going to transition into worship, but right before that, we have a special treat. We know that you guys have been sitting in quarantine and all you've been thinking about is missing $1 in the box. So don't worry, we're bringing that to you right now. But just before we do that, we have one final message for you.
Once again, everybody, I'm Caleb.
And I'm Andrea.
And we were your
MCs.
And now, the Dollar or the Box song.
Hey everyone, my name is Aaron, and this is the Dollar or the Box song. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. You can pick the dollar, you can pick the box. It might be full of gold, it might be full of rocks. It's the Dollar or the Box.
This has been the Dollar or the Box song.
We've only scratched the surface. here inside your presence, surrounded by your spirit. We're satisfied but desperate for even more of you, even more of you. Let it echo from this Holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation. I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation. I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation. I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. Holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. Holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me.
Hey everyone, it's your boy Erik back at it again with another vlog. I thought I'd just start out this video with a little tour of the place I live. It's called the Embassy. This is my room. You know, you got some photos here. You got a nice sturdy bunk bed. Favorites, cheese, crackers.
You're supposed to give a talk for crew.
Oh, this isn't, it's not supposed to be a vlog, huh? Well, I guess I can say a few things. So, no crew summer missions this year. I know a lot of us were looking forward to opportunities to grow in our faith, to learn how to witness more effectively and grow closer to Jesus. And it feels like those opportunities were taken away from us. Do we just wait and look forward to the next round of summer missions next year? Or can we actually take time to invest and grow closer to Jesus even during this time? Whether or not you were looking forward to going on summer mission or not, a lot of other opportunities got canceled too. I know for me, my internship that was lined up fell through, and maybe for you, you were hoping to do workplace evangelism or workplace ministry, or else just wrap up the school year well doing evangelism at the student union. But it feels like our opportunities to do ministry are kind of gone. And so I know for me, I kind of felt directionless during the first few weeks of shelter in place. And yeah, my hope is that we can use this time to keep growing in intimacy with Jesus and realizing that even now we can still be people who love, people who show small acts of kindness, and that those things matter. I think now more than ever is the right time to just take a breath, to step back and look at our lives for what it is, and maybe even look and see areas that we're being complacent in, and little ways that we can step up and actually be a witness and actually be ones who are looking like Christ and doing things that Christ would do, even in our very own homes. My hope is with this talk I can encourage us to just grow closer to Jesus during this time and to not let this time go to waste. It has its ups and downs and is far from over. I had the privilege of growing up with parents who chose to live out the calling to go and make disciples of the nations. Specifically, I grew up first on the west coast of Africa, and then we moved to the north, which this is the Mediterranean Sea up here. And so I saw my parents daily witnessing Jesus's love. Maybe it was just through working with excellence at the jobs they had, or else it was discipling people during the week, or otherwise using their gifts at church. We had an international church we went to. And so I saw my parents daily living out Christ's love and realizing that people at the center is what matters the most. Now, on my end, I was still a kid growing up, going to French school, trying to blend in. I'd get embarrassed if people asked me about my spiritual beliefs because I knew what I believed was totally different than what everybody else at school believed. And so I really lacked ownership in this mission that my parents had to go and just be examples of Christ's love wherever they were. And this mindset kind of continued throughout high school. And it wasn't really until I came to college and finished my whole freshman year that I started to realize missions is really about being present. And so I really understood the importance of being present in the setting that you're in currently. And that's kind of what I want to talk about tonight, which is that being present is one of the best ways to be a good witness and also to fight against complacency in our lives. So as I was preparing my talk, I have been reading through Romans, and I realized Romans 10 basically talks about what we're looking at here. So I'm just going to walk us through this chapter and give a few comments along the way, but this is the Word of God, and it speaks to us in the very present. So we're going to start with verse 5, and I'm reading out of the ESV. For Moses writes about the righteousness that is based on the law, that the person who does the commandments shall live by them. But the righteousness based on faith says, do not say in your heart, who will ascend into heaven, that is to bring Christ down, or who will descend into the abyss, that is to bring Christ up from the dead. But what does it say? The word is near you, in your mouth and in your heart. That is the word of faith that we proclaim. Because if you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For with the heart one believes and is justified, and with the mouth one confesses and is saved. For the scripture says, everyone who believes in him will not be put to shame. For there is no distinction between Jew and Greek. For the same Lord is Lord of all, bestowing his riches on all who call on him. For everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. What I see in these verses is a wonderful, liberating truth that we're saved by faith. It's not any long list of things we have to do, not any works, but it's faith in what Jesus did. Faith in Jesus, who came to earth, lived a perfect life, and paid the price for our sins, which we should have paid for us. And that's what we live in daily. We live in this grace that is unimaginable, and it frees us from our sin, and it frees us from everything that used to weigh us down. And so we're actually liberated to live day by day, able to love people in unique ways to ourselves, to who God made us. And so the way that I see missions is exactly that. It's a multiplication of faith into other people. First of all, through our own faith and through our own lives, the ways that we trust God, and that eventually gets spread to others. And that's exactly how this passage continues. We're going to pick up in Romans 14, and it says, "How then will they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how are they to believe in him of whom they have never heard? And how are they to hear without someone preaching? And how are they to preach unless they are sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of those who preach the good news. But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah says, Lord, who has believed what he has heard from us? So faith comes from hearing, and hearing through the word of Christ." So this beautiful salvation we live in every day can only be experienced by others if we begin living our lives in a way that makes Christ's love obvious. And if faith comes from hearing the word of Christ, then let's center ourselves on Christ. Before we begin acting or speaking, we want to have our lives surrounded or looking around Jesus the whole time. And isn't this what it means to be a Christian? To be one who is like Christ. And so before we even begin loving and ministering, it needs to come from a place that is centered on Christ. So let's choose to be ones who surrender our lives to Christ, to be ones who invite Christ into the very present moment. And I believe Christ is a very present help in trouble. And so as we ask God into our lives, as we look at our current situation and say, God, come here and minister to me in this moment, he will do it, I promise. And he will begin to work in you and then work through you to be an encouragement to the people in your life. So I just encourage you guys to be able to take a moment and consider what are areas in my life that I can be a witness, that I can love in small ways, and ask that to Jesus, and he will answer you. And the beautiful thing, we're going to continue in Romans here, is that eventually the whole world knows. So in verse 18, "But I ask, have they not heard? Indeed they have, for their voice has gone out to all the earth, and their words to the ends of the world. But I ask, did Israel not understand? First Moses says, I will make you jealous of those who are not a nation. With a foolish nation I will make you angry. Then Isaiah is so bold as to say, I have been found by those who did not seek me. I have shown myself to those who did not ask for me. But of Israel he says, all day long I have held out my hands to a disobedient and contrary people." So, life by faith is multiplied from person to person until the whole world hears. We're each called to be witnesses of Jesus' love everywhere, to everyone, anytime. And the truth is, there's still many people, like where my parents chose to go, or many other places in the world, where people can go their whole lives and never even run into somebody who knows Jesus. And so, we might not all be called to go to a different country, and obviously in this season we can't really. But I want you to think and ask yourself, is people knowing Jesus important to me? So, as I mentioned at the beginning of my talk, I didn't realize until the end of my freshman year that I really needed to work on being present. To help me process through it, I just started writing stuff out in a Word document, and I ended up calling it Shell of a Life. You see, I had either been focusing so much on my friendships from high school, I really had great friends and I missed them a lot, or else I was focusing on the future and just how great it would be once I graduated and started real life, that I wasn't actually aware of where I was in the moment. I wasn't really allowing myself to be present and to appreciate where I was for what it was. And so it wasn't really until I started shifting my mindset to, wow, where I am now matters a whole lot. Me at the University of Minnesota, my actions here make a difference. It's when I started thinking that way that I started noticing changes. I started enjoying my friendships a lot more. People started being, they told me they were encouraged by my friendship. And it was just by being present that everything started shifting. And I just want to encourage you that your acts of love here, now, make a difference. I like how C.S. Lewis says that eternity intersects the present. So the little acts of love that you choose to do right now, they will have ripple effects into all of eternity. And we can have hope that when we love somebody, we can bring them a little bit closer to heaven. So my encouragement to you is to be present. A reminder, hopefully, that even if all of our plans fell apart, we can still choose to love day to day. And I can promise you that your acts of love now are just as much of a witness here in Minneapolis as they would be in the Sahara Desert. You obeying God and loving now matters. And it's not just for those who do overseas missions. It's not just for eventually doing workplace ministry or evangelism at the student union. Those things are important and God works through that. But what I want you to know is missions is you. You are an everyday minister of Christ's love. And that is the end of my vlog. All right.
Hey seniors, I just want to congratulate you on your graduation and thank you for the impact you've had on our movement over the last 4 years. You guys have been such a blessing in my life and so many others. Through our friendship, we've had so many great memories, so much fun, but more importantly, you guys have taught us so much. You've shown us such genuine love, you've shown us how to walk with God better. And you guys are going to continue to have an impact on future classes too, because just the way you changed our lives. It's going to be sad to see you guys leave for sure, but it's time for the rest of the world to get to know you guys. I'm super excited to see how God uses your skills, to see the impact that you have on just the world and the people around you.
You have led our movement so well. You've just set such a great example for all of us in faith and in deed and in service. I want to especially shout out Erik for being an awesome worship leader and being a mentor and a friend to me in teaching me how to lead worship and how to step up in that. I also want to give a shout out to the senior ladies. You guys have amazing community and it sets a great example for everyone else in our movement, how to love each other well and how to relate to each other, reach out to each other, hold each other accountable. You are such wise women who I know I can always count on to go to the word first. For the whole senior class, you guys are awesome and we love you and we're so thankful for you.
Especially this year, we've seen them step up and they really came through and just supporting us, giving us an example of leadership. They've also done a really good job this year of reaching out and getting to know us better.
Being a junior, I think we have a really unique relationship because when I came in as a freshman, you guys were sophomores and you were older and more comfortable and knew what you were doing, but also the least intimidating and most approachable because you were not that much older than us, but you kind of went from showing us the ropes to then we became friends to now we're the upperclassmen leading together, showing all the younger kids the ropes. Having that whole relationship development between our class and your class has been really cool because we've got to see all kinds of sides of it and do a lot of different things together. I have a lot of very unique like memories and things I've learned from your class as a whole that I will take with me.
Hey seniors, just wanted to say congratulations for graduating to everyone in our movement. I know we're all so blessed to have you lead us and truly model what it looks like to live for Christ while in college. Just a quick shout out to Maria for being an incredible Bible study leader and just being full of so much joy. And also to Tegan for being a mentor to me and teaching me so much about life. I'm gonna miss you all so much, and I'm so excited to see what God has in store for you in this next chapter.
Senior guys, what's up? So I've been leading you in Bible study for the past 3 years. And let me just say that these past 3 years have been just a mess. No, I'm kidding. No, it's been an absolute joy getting to lead you guys in God's Word, lead you in ministry, and lead you in life with all the ups and downs and through all the relationship stuff. I appreciate your commitment to God. I appreciate your commitment to each other. I appreciate your commitment to serving and leading within CRU these last 4 years of your life. Each of you, I think, have helped someone grow in their relationship with Jesus while you've been here part of CRU. And each of you have made an impact on this campus in your own way for God's kingdom. And each of you have made an impact in my life just by hanging out with me and telling me about how God's been influencing you. So thanks for all you do. Miss you guys. Bye.
Hi seniors, I just want to say thank you for everything you've done for our movement over these past couple of years. Your relationship with the Lord has helped us out tremendously, and the next path that He has set you on, I'm so excited to see. I want to give a special shout out to the Mosaic. Moving in this past semester has been a true blessing, and you guys made me feel right at home. I got to know each and every one of you, and you all taught me something special, and I'm really, really blessed that I got to know you guys. I'm sad that our time got cut short, but I know that this is all in God's plan, and I love you guys, and this is not the end of our relationship, and I'm so excited to see what happens next.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to the senior class. It's been really cool coming in as freshmen and you guys are juniors, and just being led by you. I know me personally, I've been impacted a lot by different people in the class and seeing the leadership. And I was really appreciative of the leadership and the, just the Christ-centered way you've gone about your lives that has impacted so many of the other people in CRU.
Yeah, and then just like the impact that you've had on like the juniors and some of us, just how like carries down from class to class, and how like people that you've impacted heavily in the junior class have continued to like impact me heavily, and that just like gets passed down, and that's really cool, and we appreciate you a lot.
When I think of the senior class, the first thing that comes to mind is gratitude. I am so grateful to have gone through my college career alongside them. They've taught me what it looks like to pursue Jesus genuinely, to have good relationships with fellow believers, how to be ambitious in pursuing educational and career goals, and they've also taught me how to just be super goofy, and I am just so grateful for that, and they will be so greatly missed.
CRU Class of 2020. Congratulations to all you future teachers, doctors, engineers, and every other special thing you've become. As you enter your new mission field, just know we are so excited for all God has planned for every single one of you.
I just want to thank the seniors for the way that you all have put so much work into this movement, and just how you've led by an example of how to make your faith your own in college. I'm excited to see how you carry that out after you graduate, and I just want to congratulate you all on your graduations. Even though it doesn't look the same as it usually does, just being able to celebrate your time at the U and in CRU and the impact you've made on all of us.
Hey seniors, what you do does not go unnoticed or unappreciated. All the time and the energy and the effort that you've put into pouring into those of us that are younger than you when you didn't need to. We really appreciate that, and it has helped us grow so much in our faith, and we thank you so much for how God has worked through you. And a quick shout out to the senior guys. Thank you for being vulnerable with us other guys, and for your integrity and the way you demonstrate how to walk a life of faith. It's really impacted me and a lot of other men I know.
Hey seniors, I just want to thank you for all the work and dedication that you put into this movement. I know that wherever you go next, you're all going to do amazing things. You have all made such an impact on each and every one of us, and I only wish you the best. I want to give a special thank you to Maria, my Bible study leader. Maria, you're always there to support each and every one of us, aren't afraid to take on the difficult questions, and are always making sure to point us to the Lord in difficult times. You're one of my biggest role models, and you've impacted me personally in so many ways. I know we will all miss you so much, but I'm thankful that so many more people are going to get to meet you and have you in their lives.
I just wanted to talk about the senior ladies, especially my freshman year when all of the seniors were sophomores. They really taught me how to have fun, have a good time in the Lord, of course. But now all of the seniors are some of my closest friends. I love them. I respect all of your opinions, and I know that when I go to have dinner with you or we go out for coffee that you're going to be spitting some truth at me about my life. You're not ever going to lead me astray. I'm going to miss dancing with you at all the random crew dances that we have. I look forward to chatting with you in the future. Rock on, good work, guys.
Hey class of 2020, just wanted to say congratulations and thank you for your past few years of service and dedication to the Cru movement. You've been instrumental in mine and so many others' faith walks, and we're gonna miss you so much. Best of luck on your future endeavors and congratulations.
I wanted to say thank you to all the seniors for leading us and encouraging us in our faith this year. And I wanted to say thank you to Maria for leading our Bible study and for getting to know each of us individually and for pushing us out of our comfort zone and encouraging us to take steps of faith. And I'm just praying for all of you as you graduate and go on to do what God has planned for you.
Hey seniors, I wanted to congratulate you on graduation and wish you the best of luck in the next chapter of your lives. I want to give a special shout out to my Bible study leaders, Josie and Kiana. You ladies have been a constant source of love, guidance, and kindness in my life, and I'm so thankful that you knocked on my door freshman year. You guys are so amazing and so loving, and I know you're going to do amazing things. I'm so thankful for you, and I wish you the best of luck.
Class of 2020, congratulations. Just want to say thank you so much. It's been such a joy and honor to be able to lead you and to lead alongside you. Really excited to see what God has for you in the future. I know this is a very unique time and very different to what you guys thought the end of your year would be. But I am so hopeful for what God has for you, seeing how God has transformed your own heart and how he's used you to lead others to Christ and how you've helped them grow in their own faith. I've just, had so much fun being a part of that journey. I just want to say thank you to Maria. I've loved being able to lead Bible study with you this last year, just to, learn from you and grow with the girls and be able to lead them alongside you.
Should nothing of our efforts stand, no legacy survive, unless the Lord does raise the house in vain, its builders strive. To you boast tomorrow's gain, tell me, what is your life amidst that vanishes at dawn? All glory be to Christ. All glory slain is making all things new. Behold, our God shall live with us and be our steadfast light, and we shall hear his people be. All glory be to Christ. All glory be to Christ our King. All glory be to Christ. His rule and reign will ever sing. All glory be to Christ. All glory be to Christ our King. All glory be to Christ. His rule and reign will ever sing. All glory be to Christ.
Amen. UMNCRU, you guys are the best. Have a great summer, and hopefully we will see you in the fall.